This is a really interesting place here, to be honest. You can see there's a museum, but this museum has never been opened. So somehow people here build a museum, and it is like a very beautiful museum-like building, you can see there, but it has never been opened. Why is that? Around the museum you can see a beautiful park, and then back there is basically where I live, behind those trees. But why has this museum never been opened? Any idea? The building is there, it's just not open. Let me know what you think. Subscribe for more China Life. This is the same museum I talked about from a different angle. You can see it's a big place. It's a big place. But why is it not open? What happened? What's the story? Obviously they built it to use it, but in the end, it was not being used. Like and subscribe for more China Life. China has so many places like this. Look, on the first view, this might look like a park. But if you look a little bit closer, you can see this is unfinished. So at some point, the people here wanted to make a beautiful park, and they started building some buildings to make the park more comfortable, like this one, like an area to sit down. But look in the middle. It's all wild now. Over there is a pile of garbage. There's a wall over there with a lot of garbage behind there as well. So this place is one of the typical lost places or forgotten places in China. People start building, and then at some point they just stop. And everything is just left to itself. Kind of like places like this. So at some point somebody wanted to build something beautiful here, but then somehow it just got stopped. Sometimes in China, you walk around in a beautiful park area. Look here, this is like a beautiful little forested area. And all of a sudden you run into things you would not expect. Look, this is a beautiful little park. And up there you can see a little building. So what's this? Let's have a closer look. Would you expect that in the middle of a park people are living? I always love that. I always find that very interesting. I'm not sure. There's a car parked over there, so there might actually be people living here. Look at this. Looks like a little farm. There's some vegetables and fruits around here. And then all of a sudden in the middle of a park you see like some containers that were made into a building. And there's a fence around it, so you can't just easily get in. And there's a construction around it. And here, there's a barbed wire fence. So somebody is protecting this area here. But what is this actually? That is the question. I kind of love that. Sometimes you just walk around, don't expect anything, and then you find stuff like that. Just like a lost little house in the middle of nowhere. Look at this. Just 2 kilometers outside of a city of 12 million people, you see a little village like this. Drive down this road, boom, boom, boom. I don't know if you can see it, it goes down, and then on the left side there's forest, on the right side there's forest, and straight ahead there's a little village. Look at that. It looks like an old Chinese village, and that's what it basically is as well. This not only is an old Chinese village, or it doesn't just look like it actually is one. I love that, I love that. I love that you can go just right outside of a big city and then you see places like this. And you drive down the road and you drive into the middle of an old Chinese village.